Chapter 1 Singularity of China. Societies and nations tend to think of themselves as eternal. They also cherish a tale of their origins. Cherish a tale of their origin. A special feature of Chinese civilization is that it seems to have no beginning. It appears in history less as a conventional nation state than a permanent natural phenomenon. It appears in history less as a conventional national state than a permanent natural phenomenon. It appears in history less as a conventional national state than a permanent natural phenomenon. It appears in history less as a conventional nation state than a permanent natural phenomenon. It appears in history less as a conventional nation state than a permanent natural phenomenon. It appears in history less as a conventional nation state than a permanent natural phenomenon. It appears in history less as a conventional nation state than a permanent natural phenomenon. It appears in history less as a conventional nation state than a permanent natural phenomenon. In the tale of the Yellow Emperor, revered by many Chinese as a legendary founding ruler, China seems already to exist. In the tale of the Yellow Emperor, revered by many Chinese as the legendary founding ruler. In the tale of Yellow Emperor, revered by many Chinese as the legendary ruler. As a legendary founder ruler, Chinese seems already to exist. In the tale of the Yellow Emperor, revered by many Chinese as the legendary founding ruler, Chinese seems already to exist. Revered. When the Yellow Emperor appears in myth, Chinese civilization has fallen into chaos. Competing princes harass each other and the people, yet an enfeebled ruler fails to maintain order. Leaving an army, the new hero falsifies the realm and is acclaimed as emperor. When the yellow emperor appears in myth, when the yellow appears in myth, Chinese already to Chinese civilization. Chinese civilization has fallen into chaos when Chinese emperor appears in myth. Chinese civilization has fallen into chaos. Competing princes harass each other and the people, yet an unfavored ruler fails to maintain order, leaving an army the new pacifies the realm and is having an army. A new hero pacifies the realm. 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 Having an army, the new hero pacifies the realm and is acclaimed as emperor. Acclaimed as emperor. Acclaimed as emperor. Emperor. Acclaimed as acclaimed as emperor. Acclaimed as emperor. The yellow emperor has gone down in history. The yellow emperor has gone down in history as a founding hero. The yellow emperor has gone down in history as a founding hero. Yet the founding myth, he is re-establishing, not creating an emperor. China predate him. China predate him. China predate him. It strides into the historical consciousness as an established state requiring only restoration, not creation. It strides into the historical conscious as an established state requiring only restoration, not creation. It strides into the historical consciousness as an established state requiring only restoration, not creation. It strides into the historical consciousness as an established state requiring only restoration, not creation. This paradox of China history recur with ancient sage Confucius. This paradox of Chinese history recurs with the ancient sage Confucius. The paradox of Chinese. This paradox of Chinese history recurs with the ancient sage. This paradox of Chinese history recurs with ancient sage Confucius. This paradox of Chinese history recurs with the ancient sage Confucius. This paradox of Chinese history recurs with the ancient sage Confucius. Again, he is seen as the founder of a culture, although he stressed that he had invented nothing, that he was merely trying to reinvigorate the principles of which had once existed in the Golden Age, but had been lost in reinvigorate He is seen as a founder of a culture, although he stressed that he had invented nothing, that he was merely trying to reinvigorate the principles of harmony, which had once existed in the Golden Age, but had been lost in Confucius' own era of political chaos.